All right, ready for number 18? It's a Roosevelt telegram.
This one floored me. I put together everything I get my hands on into the Moral ABC, a nice Reader's Digest size book where you don't have to go blind. There's things in here that aren't on the label. And one of them is a letter that he wrote to President Roosevelt. In 1943, the war is going our way, and he's got about a hard-headed peace plan is better than a sky full of bombers. And today we could easily convince them the Russian victories are not coincidence but conclusive proof of the fact that no single people are superior to another or God chosen to run this earth. In other words, his basic ideas are still in here. But here's what floored me. The last paragraph. For the sake of all men not yet slaughtered, I pray to God that out of some 200 wires sent you the past 10.5 years, this one may reach you. This last message from Garcia. This is my father admitting that he's sent telegrams for 10.5 years. So if you go back from 43, it's now 1932. Dad has come over in 29. That means in 32 he was already writing the president. And as I said to a guy in a graveyard in the movie Magic Soapbox, Dr. Bronner's Magic Soapbox, when did you last write the president? Here my father has sent him endless letters with a lot of details of stuff. Announced peace terms should provide severe punishment for all Nazi leaders and be astoundingly fair and specific to those Germans who will rise against barbarism and reestablish their standing as fellow men. Thus, a sharp parting line could be drawn between Nazi cutthroats and decent human beings. His point there, which was among others, was a terrific idea, just like we should have done that in Iraq. Instead of throwing out all the Baathists, it turns out that you had to be a Baathist, the Saddam's party, to be a teacher. 500,000 Iraqis were thrown out of work. 250,000 Iraqis in the army were sent home with no job but a weapon. And then we wonder what was screwed up after the peace. And here's my dad saying, and they did it right in Germany, they only punished the ones that were connected to the genocide, the others with the Marshall Plan and everything we helped. And this turned out to be a principle that Bush doesn't even come close to, from Abraham Lincoln, and it's on the label. The surest way to destroy your enemy is make him your sincere friend. We did that. I did it in my family. My wife is from Berlin. My daughter-in-law Taiko is from Yokohama. But what are we doing around the world under Bush? The exact opposite. The surest way to make your enemy is start bombing him and just use force. Amen. And on that, I run for president. And I have three. This is funny. Every once in a while at a speech, somebody will say, "You should be president, Ralph." I've got 3 votes so far.